Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Back again working on the Colorado, and we got a lot of changes going on. As you guys saw, we had it up on I don't think we did have it up on the lift when I filmed last. I think we just got the front end done and that was it. No, we put the motor in. That was it. So since then, I got the blower strapped on. I need to get these cut down and tapped, so we're going to do that next week once we get back from Florida. We need to essentially bring the blower back. I got the wrong balancer. It was the right balancer for the original blower, but the blower has gone through a couple different hands and got spaced out more to run a balancer with a belt drive on it. So we just have to move this back 1.75, so 1 3/4 inches back, and then we'll be good to go. I do like that because that's going to bring it back. That's going to make my bell mouth not stick out to here. So we got that on there. We know what we need to do. We got the intake set up there, so it looks good. And then Joey just cut the factory transmission cross member mounts off. Cut them off the vehicle, and then this is a Beltec transmission cross member for lowered trucks. What this is, I mean, it really just sits up probably 2 inches higher, which is what we need, because being that we lowered it and the rear end is now sitting further up because we put a 3-inch block drop on it. Everything sits up, so we want to get the driveline angle correct. This might be an issue later on down the road when we get this thing to separate, but I'm hoping right now it'll be good, and I'm hoping there's enough clearance, because I really don't want to have to go and start beating shit with a hammer. But that's what we got going on. Joey, what's up?
What's up?
Pain in the ass cutting that thing out?
It wasn't that bad.
No?
It actually went a lot easier than I thought it was going to.
Okay.
I
So
only used one Sawzall blade on both sides.
by the end, that Sawzall blade was given up, though. Where is it? Oh, look at this thing.
It's burnt, it's blue, it's been hot.
Oh, girl.
But look, almost, well, all the teeth are still there.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We're good.
That is pretty good. So we got the flex plate on there, and this has like a nice little mount right here for the transmission. We don't really know. What's your take? You think this will be close? It should be set up for like a 4L60.
Yeah.
So 4L60 to Powerglide should not be that far off. It should be very minimal.
We might have to come off the front of it just a little bit.
But that'll work fine because they give us a space here that we could, like, honestly, we could put like washers and a bolt through it, or we could fab something off of it. But this is kind of more of like a washers and a bolt vehicle.
Yeah, so we'll be all right. We got this.
And then Joey dropped the gas tank out of it because we don't need that because we're running a fuel cell. What's that? Oh yeah, we did the drop. You guys gotta see. Well, I'll make you guys wait in the video to see it on the ground, but it looks good. It is like full-blown race truck right now, so it does look kind of funny when you set it down all the way because the back, I think the back, it might sit almost level, like, but you're used to seeing things with a little bit of rake, but we're good because it's a 26-inch tall tire on the front and 26-inch on the back. When we go to our drag race setup, it'll be a 28, so that'll give us the rake we need, and then, I mean, we'll be good.
We don't have the intercooler, the fuel tank, the radiator, none of that stuff back there.
No,
so,
no, we don't. Yeah, it might sit level. But regardless, I need to get new shocks for the front. I need to get like a QA1 makes some shocks, right. And they got like a I forget who makes it, but they make something that bolts into the top of it, and then it's got an eyelet, so you can run double eyelet style shock. Okay. So we'll do that. But I think ride height wise on the front, I don't want to go much lower because the pan, if you guys can see, the pan is a hair lower than the frame, but the H3 pan should work well. So just no wheelies. We're gonna have to build some skids or something because I'm not buying oil pans.
No, we'll make something. We'll make a brace and go across here or something.
Something. Oh yeah, and then the only other thing is like these angles on the ball joints are just, on the bottom one is pissed, but it's way out of alignment. This thing had the factory OG alignment on there, so we have to get it aligned, and hopefully that will bring some of the camber out of it. So we're making progress though. Oh, yeah, and we got a Powerglide shifter too.
Yes, we do.
So we're like, we got a bunch of shit.
We
got a bunch of shit. I mean, really, I said running by the end of the month. We're on schedule.
We're pretty close.
We are on schedule because fuel system is super easy because it just goes in the back.
Cooling system probably gonna be the hardest part plumbing it.
I'm just gonna run everything for the cooling system. I'm gonna run it along the frame rail and come up to the bed. So radiator in the back, and then inline water pump.
Oh yeah, we're good.
So we'll see. The biggest thing that's gonna be an issue is this whole drag race rear end. Oh, whoa! Look at that. It's feeling good today. Nope. No, it's not. It thought it was. It was hyped. I called it a drag race rear end. It was like, hell yeah. This rear end is so clapped out. I mean, look at that.
Oh no, we're gonna
weld it up.
We're gonna give it the old Miller locker.
So I don't know if this is a 7.5 or what it is, but
it don't matter. It ain't staying.
No.
It's only temporary.
It'll be good for what we do. But then when we put the other rear end in here, we're gonna go ladder bar in the rear.
Yep.
So we're literally gonna back half the truck, which will be good. So
got it going on, man.
All right, what's next? Are you gonna wrestle the transmission in there?
Yeah, we're gonna put the transmission in here in a second, see how it sits, and we'll go from there.
So fingers crossed, we're going for end of the month fire up. I gotta finish this. It's gonna come down to me. I'm gonna be the holdup with the zoomies.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
Well, Jason's coming soon, ain't he?
Yeah, Jason's sick.
What?
He's supposed to be here this morning, but he's sick.
Aha, he made that trip across country and we used to fly Jay.
I know. He's sick now. So, but yeah, I think the big holdup on the zoomies was, I'm sorry I'm talking, like 6 minutes into this video, I'm just talking about, I just have to update you guys. They come down here and we were talking about, we had to make a piece to have them slip on and off. So if we did have to take them off, that we could get them off like the vehicle. So you pull it out here and then pull it straight up the top, and they'd be 2 separate pieces. I already have this manifold cut in half, so the first 1 and 3 are together, and then 5 and 7 are together. But I think I'm just gonna run them all the way out, and then if we have to take the headers off for God knows what reason, then we can take the tire off and they can come out the fender. Other than that, I mean, I think I'm just gonna do in one piece. The only time I see myself pulling the headers off is to change the motor once it's blown up. So I mean, I'm just keeping it real here. But that's what we got going on. So I'm gonna run around a little bit. I got the transmission converter here. Got this transmission back from Cameron Converters. They updated it, went through. It's got FTI billet valve body and pro brake. They went through. They found a pressure issue with the case, so they went and redid that. And then they put their badass input and pump. So this is a backup trans that we got, but it's gonna go in there. So we got 2 backup trans, so one's gonna stay on the shelf, one's gonna be in the Colorado, and then the other transmission is in the cow. Right now I'm the only one that's running a 180 gear set Powerglide. So Eddie Murphy is a 400. He's got a 180 gear set, but Chris has that rear mounted Powerglide, so you can't run that. And I mean, that's really it. So the cow in the truck are going to be the 2 that are going to have to fight for transmissions. But we have 3 Powerglides and 2 cars that are going to be running it, so we should be good. But Cameron hooked it up, new pumps and upgraded like 300M badass input shafts, and then they went through and ran these on their transmission dyno and made sure all the pressure and everything was good. I got this a Brazzel 9.5-inch converter, which we're going to give a shot and see how it does. So we got a bunch of stuff here to get the driveline about wrapped up. Once we get the transmission in there, I'll get a measurement, and I got to get a yoke from Strange, and we'll get a measurement, and then we'll be good to go to get a drive shaft built, and then drivetrain's done.
Making a drive shaft loop would be easy too.
Oh, we don't need a drive shaft loop where we're going. We don't need one where we're going. All right, so we're getting the engine ready. We had a block up there, but the blower's actually hanging off the nose so hard that the block isn't even in there. I guess what do? We just try it?
Yeah, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna find some bell housing bolts and we'll be.
Oh, are we gonna go to your drawer?
Yeah.
Is that where? Is that where it is?
Yeah, the drawer.
Everyone knows where the drawer is now. If you guys ever need missing bolts, just come right into Joey's box and grab some. We'll see. We only need 4 though because I'm lazy, and 4 is 3. No, that's it. Seriously, we only need 4.
We're gonna put as many as possible in it.
No, 4 is fine. That's what I run in every car I got. That's right.
You say 4. I'm.
Alright, so we got it in there. This converter already has like the spacer welded onto the like snout of it essentially. So we had the spacer in there, and when we put it up we couldn't get it to close the gap enough. So we just sent it without it, and it literally fits perfect. As you can see, it is bottomed out just where it needs to be, and it's all the way in the transmit. Well, it's in its threshold of where it needs to be. So At this point, just bolt the transmission in, and we should be good to go. And then we can see how we're looking with the cross member. This is the dream transmission install right here. Look how easy it is getting these bolts.
You won't get it like that on the F-body.
No. And I persuade Joey to only use 4. Only 4. That's all you needed.
Only 4.
It's 1 more than 3, and 3 is questionable. 4, you're definitely good. 3, you might need a little help. God, this looks good. I think we are going to be off just a touch with the transmission mount.
Well, let's get the mount on there and see what it does.
What you think, LP?
Looking good.
Looking good. Glide going in the damn race truck.
Look like you'll be ready to fire up tomorrow.
Maybe. Got this pro brake though. What you know about that? That looks good. Here's the real test. God, the height with the mount is damn near perfect. Needs to be shimmed up just a little bit.
Well, we're not sitting all the way down.
God, this thing weighs like 2,000 pounds, I'd like to add, so everyone at home knows how heavy it is. My arm's like shaking holding it up, and it's like a flat piece of metal. Not lightweight.
No, it's definitely not race.
Joey, so Joey was saying they have this cut out to kind of go with like the angle of the frame, so it's a little bit narrower here than it is here. If we cut it, we could flip it around backwards, and that might honestly put us, I mean, dude, even right where we are, if we got a piece of metal here
and go off the front of it,
and just go off the front, because I mean, it's so damn close. Before we find a permanent mount though, I need to put my zoomies up there and make sure they're somewhat close to fitting.
yeah, right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright, so here's the only difference. You can see just a slight taper. So if we even this up, just kind of cut it back right to there, it should work good. We're still going to have to go off the front of it, but if we put a plate right here, we can literally just like put a bolt through there with a spacer just to hold up and take some load off it so it won't nose down. But we're damn close to having the Powerglide in there. We've only been working on it. Joey cut these out this morning. That was like the most time consuming. Powerglide bolts right up. This mount damn near bolts right up. I mean, we're going to be flying. World's heaviest Beltec
equals custom.
World's heaviest transmission cross member. All right, so we threw the zoomies on there and kind of got them mocked up to really. The biggest thing is if you change the position where the transmission's at, it's also going to change where the motor is. So the zoomies are hanging off there. The clearance to the frame has got to be close to keep them up as high as you can. So if you tip them back, they're going to hang low. You bring it up too much, it's going to hit the frame. So right now, I think we're just a hair low, but we have to put that plate in there to make it work for the transmission mount. And I think that will honestly work perfect. Can you believe it? Like right now, we're close.
Oh yeah, we're close. We're really close. Probably come up a 1/4 inch.
which is exactly what that plate would be, and then we should be all right. Bill, you see my issue with the balancer? It doesn't quite connect.
Yeah, why is it?
Because they use that balancer with it.
They use a different balancer with it. But I just got to get this cut back and then we're good to go.
Just cut it.
Well, it's going to have to go and get cut down with a lathe and be precision cut. But I mean, we're damn close.
Yeah, grind and cut off a little bit.
No, I don't know about all that. Imagine this thing like wobbling as it's spinning at 7,000 RPMs. No? Alright, well, yeah, you also aren't driving anything off the crank though.
Yeah, I'm driving the alternator. This is essentially an alternator.
Big,
Would you look at that?
it is a big, we just have a really expensive alternator drive. So, I think we're close. Really, just I guess we pull the zoomies back off and then button up.
How about you just finish welding the zoom?
I'm going to now. I've made the decision that I'm going to weld them out perfectly, and that's going to be the end of it. Because before I was trying to do slip fit and springs and collect. And no, I'm not doing any of that.
You know what you can just do? You can just make the bottom of it because nobody will see it. Just take the top. Save you a lot of time.
I like that idea.
Nobody's gonna see it. They're gonna fall off anyway, so why waste your time?
They're not falling off, Phil. They're not falling off. And if they do fall off, they'll fall off while I'm out in front of you.
One of the bitches over.
Well, you
Bro, if it falls off in front of me, like your car is instantly gonna stop.
no.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need
It's gonna run
zoomies.
over it.
You don't need zoomies to be out in front. I could beat you.
You know what's gonna happen, right? It's gonna blow the runner into that wheel.
I could beat you with no exhaust, just straight open head.
You wanna put some money on that?
No, I'm not going to, because I'm not doing that. But I could, if I need.
Close it off. We'll just take, instead of running them down like that, we'll turn them out.
Yeah.
All 4 of them out there like that.
We will not be defeated. And Joey and I got this transmission sitting in there, right?
Oh,
Reed case. Whoa. Joey made 2 cuts on a transmission crossmember that I purchased, so I take half the credit for it. So no, I mean we're good. This is gonna be rowdy though. Parts truck. Yeah.
Instant cancer.
Instant. Oh. You can't breathe? Why is that? I've been breathing meth for a month. Meth to the face everywhere. Just
Imagine it? Meth.
No, he's not meth.
He's not meth?
No.
Oh.
Meth.
Wow. Can you imagine 4 cars showing up to the track on meth?
We're gonna have to get like a tanker truck. We're having a tanker truck.
We're gonna have to
Carry the.
We're gonna need a
55
quarantine tent.
We're gonna have to get the you know when they fire up a top fuel car and they put the whole gas mask on? Us.
We're gonna need that. Yep.
When people think we're out here running top fuel, like no. Phil's still out here running 6.0s.
Bro, I would literally go slower. That's not.
I mean,
I would have just left the car together and just left 2-speed 400, just first and second. And go 6.0.
First and second.
Yeah.
Unreal.
The other day I was thinking about leaving in second, but I was like, dang, I ain't got that valve body, so I can't.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. If you guys want a custom 2-speed 400 first and second gear, ditch and third gear, hit up Phil's Transmission Services. He'll hook you up. What is your slogan?
My slogan?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't need that.
We don't need that. Third gear. We don't need that.
We don't need that where we're going. Shit's overrated.